Yo, what's up, guys? You got Pokeaim here, and today we're taking it back a few generations. We're bringing it old school, and we're gonna be playing some DPP OU. DPP OU or DPP is my favorite competitive generation. My favorite generation is Gen 2, but my favorite competitive generation has to be DPP. The memories, I have so many stories I can tell you. You know, one day maybe we'll just do like a really long story time video or a stream. I might even just do it on YouTube instead of doing it on Twitch. But I was watching my boy BKC. Love his channel, by the way. Kevin has been a friend of mine for probably going on a decade now, and highly competitive stuff too, like for sure. And I was watching him play some DPP OU, and his team was like so cool. Now, if you guys don't know much about me, I used to be an exclusively semi-stall player back in DPP, and I guess maybe semi-stall is kind of a term not seen right now. Maybe you'd call it hard balance, or just like like a balance that's focused on spike stacking, I guess is something you call it. But I saw this team that Kevin was using, and I stole it from his video. He didn't put it in the description, so obviously, I mean, I do it too, guys, so don't worry. I just took it from his video. Of course, now I have a website, pokeaimMD.com, so if you guys want this team, feel free to take it from there. That way you don't have to go through and pause the video and look at the EVs and compare everything and do all that stuff and look at the movesets. But I've been doing that for years too. It was really cool because it had some, not only did it have some like underused Pokemon in DPP OU, like Moltres and Donphan, but it had some freaking fire set. Look at this Donphan is half YouTuber. It has Magnitude and Odor Salute. Odor Salute is basically like Foresight, so it allows you to rapid spin on like ghosts, which is pretty cool. It has Magnitude too, and I'm assuming also Kevin's EV spreads. I have no idea what they do, but I'll find out as he play. But I'm assuming this is Magnitude plus Rest because it allows me to stall out Clefable, which can be an annoyance for the team. But it has like HP Ground, Moltres, Lead. Yes, Lead, because leads are what you have in DPP OU. Spikes Fortress, Rapid Spin, Spadef, Zapdos with Roar, Wish Protect Jirachi, and a Trick Sticky Barb. And this is straight up out of current generation Clefables. So I'm pretty excited to play. It's been a minute since I played DPP, of course. I know this is like a 2-minute plus intro, but you know, if you like this sort of thing, because we put out a poll last week asking things we'd like to see, and a lot of people said they would love to see Ojans. I actually won both polls on here and on Twitter. If you like this sort of thing, you know, leaving a like, letting me know, all that stuff does help me out, helps me grow the channel. And what's your favorite, if you have been around as long as I have when it comes to, you know, Pokemon, what is your favorite moment from DPP? That's just the question, just personally, I just want to see. But let's look for a battle. Hopefully we can find some games on this ladder. I do not know if anybody is playing at all, honestly. We got 3 battles. Okay, I actually think I have more points than all these guys. I don't. So I looked for DPP OU on my channel, and I was like, oh, what was the account I was on? Okay, so yeah, we're 1461, and the only games there were like 1300 and minus. But that doesn't matter, because I haven't used this team at all, and it's going to be a really interesting one. So, yeah, I guess I'll just pause it until we find a game, guys. And yes, this guy's actually really close to me. So, alright, so we have a Jirachi as a lead. Now, this could be Aquaberry lead with HP Ground, Stealth Rock. This could be a Wish Protect variant, so it could be a bulkier team as well. This could also be Trick, U-Turn, Choice Scarf. Either way, I do think that I'm relatively safe to just stay in and click Will-O-Wisp. If I do get tricked, it'll be annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So, if they do end up going for U-Turn, maybe I'll catch a Tyranitar coming in, as I end up catching a Latios, which isn't bad at all. And now, Latias, excuse me. Oh, look at that 12% from Burn. I'm going to put the timer on. So, a lot of these, I haven't played too many Latias because I haven't played. Is this the Double Bird team? It might be. It might be. I'm not trying to give everything away in DPP. So, I haven't played too much about this. This could be Dragmag as well with Magnezone. Magnezone is a pretty annoying Pokemon for this team, especially if it has Explosion. But I'm going to go Clefable because if they opt to Trick as they end up going out into Dugtrio, I can do 2 things here. I can trick them. I think it's best if I actually trick them because they're more likely Choice Band. And if I do trick them, yeah, they're hella weak now. They can't knock me out. Unfortunately, for my opponent, I should be able to just go for soft builds. It's cool that they do have the Screech on their set. Unfortunately, I am locked in there after, but at least I can wear down the Ductrio to the point of it not being a threat to my team. So now my Jirachi will beat it 1v1. My Fortress will beat it 1v1. Now, I am fairly confident they do have a mag, but because I only need Jirachi to beat Lottie, and I want to go Fortress, and if I had Earthquake, I'd go for it here for sure, because I'm fairly confident they have a mag on their team, especially because they have Dugtrio as well. Shoot, they might even have a Kingdra or something with Rain Dance, because they have Dugtrio to trap, what's it called? They have Dugtrio to trap Tyranitar. But either way, getting up a Spike is nice here. They're not going to do too much damage to me anyway, and I can knock them out with Payback if I need to. I'm not as worried about Dugtrio at all. Like I said, it's not going to be beating my Jirachi 1v1. These Spikes are going to be cool. Breloom is definitely annoying as a Pokemon here. Honestly, like barely, if anything. I'll go for Spike. I'll allow them to potentially Spore me here. I'm just gonna see if I can force them to not Focus Punch. So, or I was trying to get them on a Focus Punch, but I get up all 3 layers, which is nice. The problem is they're definitely gonna be able to put me to sleep. I didn't want that necessarily on my Moltres just because it's so good, but I do think that Roar Zapdos is going to be phenomenal here too. So I'll just let Moltres go to sleep. I'm assuming because I'm physically defensive, I'll be able to eat every hit no matter what. I won't burn a million turns of sleep if we really have to. Again, I'm assuming that's going to do nothing. Yeah, they have no sand and nothing going on for them. So simply going to click Flamethrower here as they end up going out into Clefable. I do get a first turn Wake, which is really nice. Now, that Clef, I don't have enough information on, and they could easily Thunder Wave me. I'm just going to bring out Zapdos and Roar as they are Calm Mind. Yeah, so I'm going to go for Roar. I'm especially defensive. Pressure is going to be nice here too, and ideally getting something like Jirachi isn't the worst case for me. I don't want my Zapdos being tricked. I'd rather Fortress be tricked, if anything, as they go right for a nice Fire Punch. So really good play. We'll Flamethrower here. I'm surprised they made that play considering I had Moltres. But the thing about Latias is that it's not Specs. Okay, cool. So I think that my Jirachi might be able to bop them. Actually, maybe not. Okay. They're Thunder Wave. So I'll pass myself into Zapdos and just kind of phase them around. Again, that Clefable is going to be annoying as hell. That Clefable is going to be so annoying, but I can probably stall this thing out. When I get in Bronzong, Bronzong is more than likely their rocker. I can also Toxic too. I'd rather bring in a Donphan here. Donphan's role is going to be to potentially stall Clef, if anything. Now, I unfortunately am going to really suffer here versus this mod. The reason I Will-O-Wisp is because if they boomed, I'd be in a bad spot. So definitely not a pretty rough game for me for a start. Like just losing myself to Dugtrio immediately. That was a really good double on their part. I'll give them that. Though I don't think I'll die to Dugtrio no matter what. Yeah, I don't know if that makes the biggest difference. Just Body Slam there. I'm physically defensive, so I can beat a lot of their team. I don't lose anything by clicking Body Slam as well. Them getting up rocks is annoying, but manageable. At least. Dragon Pulse. Zapdos doesn't care and just eats it up. I want to just try and phase them out a little bit. Dragon Pulse does nothing. Go and take that. Take a nice little PP from them as well if possible. Calm Mind Clef is going to be a problem in the late game. That is for sure. I'm just trying, like I said, I'm trying to get in Dugtrio, I'm trying to get in Jirachi. Just because I do more overall to them. I mean, they can sub all they want as long as I get off a roar. And if they're gonna trick, I'd rather Donphan be the trick. So I'm gonna Magnitude here if I can. I also need to get like Magnitude 1,000,000 to beat them down, but I can rest on Bronzong. And this is also a situation where it's not terrible for me. I click Iron Head here. It'll knock out Breloom if they go hard into it. It'll knock out Dugtrio if they go hard into it. And so what I'm going to do now is just go for Body Slam. I cannot... they can't get fully paralyzed, but at least they'd be slower than me. Yeah, at least they'd be slower than me, so I could potentially flinch them down. This is my way of beating Clefable after all. This is definitely my way of beating Clef. Also, I apparently can't get fully paralyzed either. Yeah, they can't be fully paralyzed, like I said, so... I still think that Zapdos will eat no matter what. I can Roost Stall, potentially, and get my pressure going for their Ice Beams. Let me see if I can roar them out without getting fully paralyzed here. Nice, and I get in Breloom. I'm not going to Roost. I'm going to try and go for HP Ice. Perfect. We get rid of Breloom, and I still can come in on Rocks, which is awesome. Latias comes out. I have a response as they go Clef. I might have to sack my Donphan here. Yeah, I'm going to sack Donphan. I'm not going to bother trying to go Zapdos. I can go Zapdos after and Roost if anything. So Roost here. Oh, hopefully Roost if possible. Get a little bit of pressure going because these are usually Bolt Beam. Like I said, Jirachi can definitely trick. Oof. I just want to be able to phase them into hopefully Dougie if possible. 5 Ice Beams. I'm going to try for another Roost there. I'm going to try for another Roost here because, again, I want to stall them out of those Ice Beams if possible. Because they're doing nothing. And I expected them to Thunderbolt there, so I went for Roar. Let's see how it worked. Hey, I get Bronzong in, which is awesome. Bronzong would have to only explode to be able to knock me out, so I'm going to make the Moltres play. Should have actually went Jirachi. I think anyway, I should have went Jirachi. Now I shall Wish Up. Come on. Get the Wish off. Now, Clefable only has 3 Ice Beams left. I know this is a really long start. Welcome to this meta. How much does Ice Beam do to Zapdos? 25 to 30. I could go off the roll. I'm still going to try and make the Zapdos play because it's not only is a roll, but they could also go for Calm Mind. Cool. So I'm going to attempt to Roost. I'm still going to attempt to Roost right here because they only have 2 Ice Beams because of my pressure. That's it. Ice Beam's gone. Awesome. Okay, so Ice Beam is gone. And if I don't get fully paralyzed, I'll beat Thunderbolt as well. Can you not crit me? Fortunately, I was forced to go for that there. So they only have very little versus B. Nice. 11 Dragon Pulses, which is whatever. Force those Dragon Pulses if possible. Roar them out. I'm trying to get like Dugtrio and Jirachi in, if possible. Are they gonna boom on me? I guess technically my Jirachi could still 1v1 him. Nice. I'm assuming they just softballed. They actually don't, which I think is a... Well, I think it would have been a misplay had I got the roar off there. Ah man, that Jirachi can still potentially trick me, which is actually kind of frustrating. Oh. I want to get in Dugtrio if possible. Go for Iron Head. Got Roost up. I just click Roar here. Jirachi only has one switch in left. I think they're Thunder Punch actually on Jirachi. Okay, so I don't think they have Trick. So that's good to know. I think they're Thunder Punch. Main reason is look how weak they are to Gyarados, their team. I'm sorry, but you're not the biggest threat. I don't have Stealth Rock up, which maybe I should have prioritized. I don't think they have Trick. Yeah, they are Thunder Punch, like I said. Nice. So I should have, what I was hoping to get in there, rather, was that plus this. But I'm going to see if they have Boom here. As they go for that. Is it not Boom? Is it just Toxic? It could just be Toxic. It's Payback. Awesome. For Starmie. So we'll just Roar again. Don't really lose much. Trying to get in Dugtrio and Jirachi. That way they have very limited switch-ins. Good. We have Jirachi dead. So they don't have that sack anymore. Clef can still Calm Mind up if it wants to, but it only has Thunderbolts. Hey, perfect. Perfect. That's whatever. Nice. So we get rid of Dugtrio there. And I think I just Thunderbolt this thing repeatedly. Yeah, you could not have let that go down. It empowers. Yeah, use all your Dragon Pulses if possible. I'm fine with that. Use them all. Now, obviously, just go for this, trying to wear down Latias to the, to the brink of death. I'll simply Thunderbolt once because they might be trying to. I have more hidden powers than they have recovers. Oh, I could have hidden power ice there and knocked them out. Yeah, go ahead and get completely pressured by my birds. Roost once. I want Latias to basically go down. So, what if I lose to this with my Zapdos? I'd be very sad. I know what they're trying to do at endgame Clefable, but I feel like if I get enough Roost off, I'll beat it. So it's gonna come down to me not being paralyzed and them, obviously. Hey man. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, I guess this is also how I lose. They get back to full, which is annoying. That's their last hidden power. God, pressure is so nice. My first game back, and it's 20 minutes to press. Come on, Zapdos. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. I'm trying to take everything from them. That way they can't beat my Zapdos on V1. 2 more attacks. Hidden power there. And this is their final attack. So I can roost this off now. They can't kill me. Now all I gotta do is just Thunderbolt spam. Again, they're trying to endgame me with Clefable. Technically, Jirachi can beat Clef if it just... no, if it gets in that spot. Is it better to have my Moltres in? I don't know. So I'm assuming they sack this. Alright, I mean, let's see what happens, right? That's it. At this point, we just see what happens, right? See if I get fully paralyzed or see if I beat Clefable 1v1. Because, I mean, their play is to obviously go to +6. And then I have to try and roost beat them with these guys. Because the thing is, I know for a fact Zapdos will live a +6 Thunderbolt too. Okay, we're going to wish up once. As they bolt there, which does absolutely nothing. Holy crap, man. Let's see if we can 1v1 them with this. No! I could easily roost here, so I'm actually going to go for Flamethrower, anticipating them to predict me not to roost. And I was wrong. So they expected it from this, but not from Moltres, which is crazy. Look at Zapdos not caring. Like, look at Zapdos just straight up eating... Damn, man. So I definitely could have just roosted. Like I said. Just gotta beat 100% sometimes, man. Not all the time. I'll live this next one, and I'll be able to live the hit after that. So I'm just gonna Thunderbolt. Because if possible, I want to be able to save Roost as they're attacking me. Come on, Zapdos, let's go, baby. Alright, I win, provided no crit here. Actually, let me Roost, that way a crit wouldn't even do it. Good game, bro. Yep, we ended up doing it. Let's get it, baby. Kevin would be proud. I know that first game, guys, was 23 minutes. I love you. I'm not BKC, though. I'm Joey. Oh, yeah. He said aim. My bad. Much love. Guys, yeah. I know that game was... I was really stally, but you too, fam. I know that game was really stally, but I enjoyed like every minute. It didn't feel like this game stalled. I don't know what it is, man. There was no regenerator. There was no anything. I had to use my pressure ability and go from there. I can't believe I roosted. I'm surprised. Like, he expected it with Zapdos, but he didn't expect it with... unfortunately, that's also how this team will beat Combine Clefable. I'm surprised he expected it with Zapdos, but he didn't expect it from... Moltres, because one roost with Moltres would have gotten it too, and I wasn't even paralyzed. So, excellent start for me. There's only like 2 things that Metagross could do here. It could boom or it could die. So I'm gonna click Will-O-Wisp here. It catches the main switch-ins. I know, guys, that first game was 20-something minutes. I hope you guys at least enjoyed. Like, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's Kevin who... Oh, it's cool. I actually stole your team from your vid. Kevin just hit me up. It's fire. So there's a few things. Nah, no worries. Let's do some vids soon. Magdon fan. Now he was at the store. He said, "Fire squad, double bird." So there's a few things that can happen here. Like I said, my opponent could boom. The other stuff that they can do is they could maybe not know. They have a lot more points than me. They can maybe not know like how good Moltres is, and they could attempt to go Tyranitar. Now they do have a lot more points than me, so I'm assuming they know what they're doing. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp here as they go Heatran. Now the only way Heatran beats me is if it's like Specs or anything from there. So I'm just gonna go for the Hidden Power Ground. Will-O-Wisp I think was always the safest play there. I should naturally be able to take again Specs Overheat will nuke. I hope they're not mid-game Specs. Specs Heatran's usually a lead, but you could definitely. First off, this is my favorite lead of all time, Metagross. Specs Heatran's usually lead, but yeah, you could definitely have it. Now, try Roost once. They could be toxic too. Hold up, because if Specs Heatran doesn't actually knock me out, oh my god, I'm scared. Flash Fire. And then -2, 35 to 40. I'm gonna Roost once just in case they are Specs Overheat. I'm actually gonna make that play. Now, just because it means that I don't lose my Moltres immediately. Obviously, they can't Earth Power me. Like Moltres is a pretty good natural check. Oh, it's Excal's team, and there's definitely something with Finch tougher. 100% down, bro. Let's talk after I finish this video. But yeah, I am 100% down to do something. He might try and boom again. I'm just gonna Roost as he goes for Fire Blast, which are doing a good chunk, not gonna lie. So Tyranitar comes out. I do have a Dawn fan as they pursue me for basically no damage. And I'm going to attempt to Rapid Spin as they end up going out into Gengar there. So this could be sub Gengar. If it is, Zapdos can beat it 1v1. If it's not, I want to go Clef and see, because they don't have Nasty Plot, and this thing is special defensive. So I want to go Clef and just see if I could take that. It could be sub Will-O-Wisp as well, but I'd rather get up Rocks and at least pressure potentially Focus Sash Metagross lead. And they get a Speed Drop right away, which is not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm going back out to Clefable. Yeah, go ahead and enjoy that sticky bar, buddy. He could trick back right away, but that between that and Focus Blast potentially missing, I like the idea of Gengar dying. Oh, and he misses Focus Blast there, which is great. So Heatran comes out. Again, I do have special defensive mons that can hopefully deal with it, but in general, I definitely didn't prioritize the right thing, I would say. I still have Rocks up with this. Clef, I think Clef did its job, honestly, and the fact that Gengar has been tricked is great. Because they have to hit, and if I get in Zapdos, and then I go Fortress, they'll more than likely boom on me. Assuming they have it. It's going to do a lot, though. As they opt to Fire Blast into my Zapdos. So, I'm specially defensive. I guess they didn't read the room, which is my fault. I expected a little bit more from that turn in particular. Again, me having Dawn Fan should be enough to suffice here, but we're going to make the Jirachi play, as it's a good mid-ground, and allows me to basically not let them in for free, if possible. Alright, we'll go with our Zapdos. Yeah. I figured that was happening, but I didn't know the best way to stop it. And at least Jirachi can smack a lot of these leads. I'll protect once. Again, I'm physically defensive, so I should be able to eat basically every hit. And I love the fact that they are coming in and taking Sticky Barb and Sand, and I don't have to care at all because I just go for Protect and Gengar is down. With Heatran being down and the fact that Gengar's down, like I'm still in a situation where I can win for sure. Maybe a trick. I'm going to keep Moltres as sack as well. They have Thunder Wave. Damn. Not what I wanted to see, that's for sure. Still like the idea of going you and just rapid spinning. As Celebi comes out, that opens up Moltres. I'm unfortunately forced to go this, tank an Earth Power, and then hopefully Body Slam them back for a paralysis, which doesn't end up happening there, unfortunately. Good game, dude. So I thought they would respect my Zapdos a lot more, and they didn't. They didn't. By me bringing it out, because I'm surprised, because like Roost was relatively free, but I definitely should have prioritized rapid spinning earlier. I'm proud about how I played around Gengar, like I really am, but I think that I let Heatran do a little bit too much to me. Like if I just HP grounded immediately, I think it would have been such a fair position. So like the only lead that can 1v1 me. We're going to make the Jirachi play just in case they have random Fire Blast as well. I love that they didn't even care. And I'll just go for Body Slam here as Gyarados ends up coming out. This is awesome. Zapdos is free. And then I can spin later. Aerodactyl, Gyarados, you might even see Dragonite on this squad. They might have a more offensive ghost like either Scarf, Rotom, or Gengar as well. Yeah, Zapdos definitely my play here. I'll just click Thunderbolt. If they bring out a Tyranitar or something, I'm fine. They end up giving me Gyarados, which is awesome because my team invites in Gyarados a lot. So I'm glad that mon is gone. I'm assuming if they go Aerodactyl, they click Earthquake this turn. Gonna Odor Sleuth, which says Foresight there. Hey, don't say that. But basically the idea was if they went out to a Ghost, I wanted to spin. Are you Taunt as your last move? Cool. I'm special defensive, so I'd be able to take one Fire Blast, and that allows me to at least get off of Payback. So, Lucario is a freaking problem, but as long as rocks aren't on the field, I'm good versus Luke, which is why like Moltres can check it. So, I would rather potentially, hopefully I don't get VGC to death. I have double spin, so... Hey, I might as well try and go for a little greed. That was such a greedy layer. It was such a greedy layer. It was such a greedy layer. But luckily it worked out for me. And I'm getting back so much leftovers too. That was such a greedy layer. But I feel like that opens up Jirachi so much. I think this team would be fantastic if it had if Clef had aromatherapy, but I understand the trick as well. Nice, so Forge is basically back at full. I don't know if they have a zone on this type of build, really. I definitely think... Yeah, Lucario, exactly. So I'm not worried about that because they could be random Stone Edge or Thunder Punch. But Extreme Speed will not kill me at all. That's a crit, by the way. That's a +2 crit. Crits are double damage, by the way, in this generation. So I just want to show just how bulky Moltres really is. Flygon doesn't have access to Dragon Dance. Dragon Claw, Stone Edge, or Thunder Punch can knock me out. I'm going to go physically defensive Jirachi. It's a relatively safe play. I don't even think U-Turn would have knocked me out. But I'm hella fine with this, bro. Your Life Orb too? Sorry, man. I'm going to go ahead and show you why DPP balance is one of the most annoying ones. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Let's calm down there, Missy. We're going to sack you and go Zapdos and click Thunderbolt. Because that could be, yep, that could be Specs, Tinted Lens. Now, I'm special defensive, so I'll live this. But that's special defensive Zapdos taking 51% from a Tinted Lens, Specs, and Mega. All I needed was Zapdos alive, by the way. That way I can dodge Earthquakes. And at this point, I want to say Donphan is the expendable one because I can just go out into my Clefable after. I'm just going to trick a Sticky Barb. It deals with Flygon. It deals with this. They're not going to be able to do any damage to me. I have a Life Orb, but that doesn't matter. That's another crit, unfortunately. But that's more than likely Choice Scarf Flygon. So payback, I'll live this as long as they don't crit me with that one as well. Maybe I should have protected there to be out of range, and then I can just pay back now. Flygon doesn't have access to Dragon Dance, so it's relatively safe to click Protect again. Because I feel like, so again, just looking back at it, so maybe instead of Will-O-Wisping turn 1 versus that, you go right for the, I shouldn't have feared potentially mid-game over he ran. If it was that, I could recover from it because Moltres would still be at like 27%, and that can go Clef, and they wouldn't have rocks. So, like, looking back at it, that was a game that I think could have, I myself could have played better, I feel. I thought to thought. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp as they go my oh god, I'm glad I missed that. Not really. I would have loved to hit that, but we can get in Clefable here. My Loaded can be offensive, and what's with people and critting my Clef upon entry? We're going to trick the Sticky Barb onto something. This looks like it's going to be, I might even see a random Venusaur on my opponent's team, but tricking Sticky Barb onto you, and then I'm going to click Rocks. I doubt they boom immediately on me. I'm assuming they go for their Rocks as well. A little bit greedy of me to go Rocks, but I do have physically defensive Jirachi now that can take Explosion into Earthquake from Banded Dugtrio, and unfortunately for my opponent, Claydol sucks, so I will disrespect the hell out of it, and I will just click Body Slam here. Oh my. Maybe Claydol doesn't suck. Alright, whether it's physical or special, Fortress is a good Pokemon to bring out. Hey, don't you dare swagger me. I'm going for payback here. Doubled in power, baby. Doubled in power. I thought they banned this from every single generation, man. What's going on? Thank you for my +2 Fortress. I hope I sweep you now. This guy gonna have a random like Magnus. There's no way I can break down my opponent's team composition, by the way. I just want to say. That's his spin blocker, by the way. This is my opponent's spin blocker. Also, I have like 100% chance to snap out of this, huh? Turn 2? +6 Fortress, man. I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna attempt to no, I'll pay back again. Because if he brings out his ghost type now, I'm +6, it's gonna die. Payback doubled in power this generation as well if you switch. So great. So we get rid of Claydol. I can spin almost freely on almost everything on my opponent's team. Lucario, probably annoying Pokemon if they bring that out now. But I mean, they could also fear me having random Earthquake. I haven't showed Protect. So I'm special defensive. This will not knock me out. I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to... should I win for play? That Rapid Spin did good damage, bro. That's base 50 power, man, now in this generation. Yeah, I'm just going to use this as an opportunity. Oh, I love Fortress. I think Fortress is one of my favorite mons in ADV, by the way. I don't think it's very great, good. But I used to like... I mean, maybe it's just the way like ADV has their mechanics, but I used to love doubling in with a Pokemon and getting leftovers back, you know? So I'll be able to take 2 because of the leftovers, even with a crit. So I'm just going to go for Stealth Rock here. Also, the leftovers will help me be out of range of... Oh, there it is. There's an actual threatening mon. So how do I want to deal with this? Moltres can help me out. If I let them spore... Actually, Zapdos would snack them, so I'm going to Seism Toss here. That way they can't... Yeah, that way they're forced to spore me, and I can get out my Moltres and not care. I don't know why, like, I thought they'd still be sub-Focus Punch. That was actually a misplay. They could have been Superpower or whatever. Though I don't think you'd Superpower when I have a Moltres. So that was kind of the reasoning behind that. So what I'm hoping happens here is they spore, then I get to bring out my physically defensive Moltres. And if Bronzong tries to double in to get in Rocks that turn, with Stealth Rock, with Sticky Barb, they should die to Flamethrower unless they are Heat Proof, which I suppose they could be as a lead. Actually, no, we'd figure out immediately because of the spike. So if that's the case, and then I just go Fortress on potentially anything. So yeah, this mon is safe, unless they're random Stone Edge, which I'm gonna be honest. Back in DPP, there was a time where Crobat rose in popularity for a smidgen, and shout out to ADV, shout out to MBZ. Oof, my bad, bro. There was a time where it actually rose in popularity for a bit, and I'm gonna use this as a turn to get a more spike, because I figured they go out to my low right there. Yeah, so just get up a little bit more. I have double spin, so I'm not as worried. And I can use the Jirachi to wish up my entire team, and just not care. I don't see too much. All right, they're just hit by rocks, so I just go for the potential this into like probably anything. I don't want to reveal Donphan. I mean, if I get the flinch, they don't get up rocks. I'll just push up again. It's not like it's not safe. Boom and Earthquake aren't gonna kill me. This guy crits like every attack though. This guy crits everything, man. Moltres is free. And I want to make the... I'm going to wish up, and I'm going to make the body slam play. Though I don't want them critting me this turn, so I'm going to protect. But I'm going to make the body slam play, that way my Donphan will be able to... yeah. I don't know what their last was. I have no idea. Honestly, it could have been... It probably was Snorlax. I'm going to be real. And to be honest, if they had Snorlax, they probably could have won. The reason I say Dusknoir is another mon, but like their team was like all out there, so I'm not sure. So I definitely think we could have won undefeated today. I'm happy about the first game though. Like, I mean, the people were like, "Oh my god, ugh, stall, ugh." I had to play. It's not like it was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna switch to this, to this, to this." I had to like at least think through my plays. It's not just regenerate or switching around. Even then, you still have to think through your plays. But hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on DPP. Leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.